Are you aware that even last election, even when there appeared to be a very strong wave in Mount Kenya in support of UDA, Raila secured still 1 million plus votes from that particular region. That's a very liberated community. So it is a fallacy to imagine that he commands such a following. Rigiji is herding the people who follow him straight into a ditch. Watu watadesert gari mbaya sana. Because the guy has no plan. Ni graduate wa William Ruto School of Politics. Tulikuwa nao class 2017 to 2022. I can tell you he was among the daftest kwa hiyo class yetu. Cabinet ikiendelea alikuwa anakaanga kwa simu akiwa kwa Facebook. That ukiangalia records za cabinet for 2 years akiwa ndani, the guy never spoke more than 2 times in the entire 2 years ya cabinet. We used to plan our tanga politics in Karen. 90% of the time the guy alikuwa anakaanga hivi tu akiangalia. Unashanga ana point ama haelewi hizi vitu. Unanipata? So ikishapangwa tu mwisho za ile imeiva, tunaenda sasa twendeni Githurai tukaongee. Basi yeye atapanda juu ya gari. Wale serious politicians wapewe time waongee juu ya GMR, waongee juu ya manifesto yetu, zile vitu tunataka kufanye. Sasa yeye ambue zile rafu za kutukana Uhuru na nini, hizo ndio points zako.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you listen to Aaron Cheruiyot, you can be able to tell that up to that point during the campaigns, they did not understand who is Rigathi Gachagua. You could hear him say that they were seated somewhere, he's on phone, probably is quiet, is not talking, and then these people misinterpreted who is Rigathi Gachagua. On this video here today, I want to take you through step by step on some of the ways that Rigathi Gachagua tricked President William Ruto and his entire team. He fooled them in a nutshell to an extent that they did not understand who is this Rigiji until they released him from their hands. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, kindly take a second or two to subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, my number is always here for those who want to engage me. Feel free to do so because that's how I get to learn. Let me give you 2 seconds to subscribe before I proceed. Thank you so much for the subscription. Let me dive into the topic today without much wasting of time.
How did we get here? Why is William Ruto destroying education? And I thought about it at night and I have come to the conclusion is the advisors he has chosen. He has 2 advisors whom he takes advice from. Oscar Sudi, who is a standard 3 dropout. Farouk Kibet, who is a standard 6 dropout. So these 2 advisors have no value for education.
Ladies and gentlemen, how is it that Rigathi Gachagua managed to trick President William Ruto? What are these ways that Rigathi Gachagua tricked President William Ruto with? Now, on this particular video, as I said, I want to show you how he tricked William Ruto. Number 1, he hid his ability ever since they started the campaigns with the Kenya Kwanza before 2022. As you've heard from Aaron Cheruiyot, they just used to do everything for him, assuming it is true. They did everything for him. There's a chopper here, go to some place, take it and go. You go and speak. One thing that I also noted that they agree on something, on agenda, on what they are going to tell the people, and they were saying that now he was going to abuse Uhuru Kenyatta. They did not understand what Rigathi Gachagua was doing. They did not. So they took him to be somebody who doesn't know what he's doing. I'm suspecting they looked at the way he used to dress before, which was one of the best, which was not one of the best, but it was okay up to his level. Now, ladies and gentlemen, they took him like he's just somebody who does not understand what the politics it's all about. They took him to be just a one-term member of parliament. So they felt this gentleman does not know much about the politics of this country. So the fact is they underrated him a lot. A lot. So they don't understand what Rigathi Gachagua was up to within the 2022 general elections campaigns. Number 2, William Ruto threatened Rigathi Gachagua to be impeached. They tried to impeach him every now and then. Every now and then. The process started. The expectations of William Ruto was that Rigathi Gachagua will resign. Will resign to avoid an impeachment for him to be capable to vie. But still, Rigathi Gachagua tricked them. He did not resign. Took them head on. They took him through the National Assembly. They went to the Senate. And actually, we saw very big government officials, government friends, like now, Ahmed Nasir. And then we have somebody like Nelson Harvey. People who were advising him to resign. That's the only option he has on board. But Rigathi Gachagua was adamant. He stayed put. He did not resign. And that failure to resign gave him the powers that actually enabled him to have the people of Mount Kenya by his side. Because the people of Mount Kenya stood by him because he was impeached. That was number one reason. And the fact is, that is a way William Ruto was tricked by Rigathi Gachagua. They did not understand what Rigathi Gachagua was up. They thought he could just fall into that trap. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, it was during the mountain tour. William Ruto went to the mountain tour to simply try and undermine Rigathi Gachagua. They knew very well that the moment they'll announce the tour to go to Mount Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua will come out and tell the people, don't turn up in the events. Keep off the events. Don't cheer President William Ruto. Don't do this, don't do that. But when Rigathi Gachagua was given the chance now to respond to the tour, he told the people of Mount Kenya, turn up in large numbers, but get paid. Turn up in large numbers. So Rigathi Gachagua knew people will be paid. They'll go to these rallies. Some of them will be paid to cheer. Things that they did not expect Rigathi Gachagua to support. So Rigathi Gachagua said, when you go there next time, make sure that you are paid, make sure that you cheer, and cheer according to the amount of money that you've been given. So he rode in William Ruto's ship. Simple and clear. So William Ruto was later on found that, wait, that method we had planned, it has failed. Because if William Ruto could, okay, with money, William Ruto could have gotten numbers. And with the kind of mobilization we saw, projects being launched here and there, government ministers flying all over, going to inspect various projects like now the stadium in Nyeri. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a plan to get the crowds, to create the perception. And then after that has happened, Rigathi Gachagua could come on board and say, don't go. Then when these people could turn up, William Ruto could conclude. He said that you don't come. But who are these? And eventually Rigathi Gachagua could be seen to be very weak within the Mount Kenya region. So Rigathi Gachagua was very smart. Very smart. Ladies and gentlemen, the other thing that Rigathi Gachagua did is to counter the MPs. William Ruto planned to use the MPs to bring down Rigathi Gachagua. But they thought that Rigathi Gachagua did not have the ability to counter MPs across the Mount Kenya region. But when William Ruto dispatched them, Rigathi Gachagua was able actually to counter them even before they came to the ground. So by the time they were arriving, the ground was already against them. So Rigathi Gachagua tricked President William Ruto. And early enough, he was able to get the people before William Ruto's men come for them. Ladies and gentlemen, the other trick was the one with the parties. Ruto's plan was to come up with parties, sponsor candidates within the Mount Kenya region. But Rigathi Gachagua came out and said that wheelbarrows are going to come here in blue, others in red, others in black, but you're in wheelbarrow. So William Ruto was left like, wait, even this one has been countered. So those leaders, they had the positions strategically to come and counter Rigathi Gachagua with other parties. Already their ground is hostile. One of the most serious tricks that William Ruto fell into under Rigathi Gachagua is the fact that William Ruto wanted the mountain to be away from Rigathi Gachagua. But Rigathi Gachagua saw it early enough, even before the impeachment, he went to the people of Mount Kenya. He started campaigning things to do with one man, one vote, one shilling. And eventually won the people of Mount Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, we look at this clearly. William Ruto was intended to ensure that Rigathi Gachagua does not have the people of Mount Kenya by his side. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, there was the issue to do with tribalism, where Rigathi Gachagua was accused of being a tribalist. This gentleman moved to other parts of the country and brought something like Kuzos and Mashemeji. So right now, as we speak today, the tribalism thing has gone down completely. It is not, again, resonating with the people as it used to be before. So that is one of the ways that Rigathi Gachagua tricked President William Ruto. Ladies and gentlemen, also, when William Ruto makes a certain sentiment that is meant to win in the crowds, Rigathi Gachagua comes up and spoils it in one simple statement. In a nutshell, he keeps on countering him in each and every day that he makes a statement. Every answer, Rigathi Gachagua is the one giving it out. That means he completely destroys William Ruto's image until they reach a point William Ruto might avoid speaking now. That is one of the ways that he managed to trick William Ruto and be able to bring him down. I don't know what's your take as far as the tactics by Rigathi Gachagua are concerned, but in the comment section, feel free to share with me. See you next time for more videos.